Thank you so much for your kind invitation. I think I'm audible. I would like to present on climate change and cultural challenges of Malabar, especially which is happening in the southern tip of the India. Those who are speaking Malayalam, that's a local language that we call Malayali. That may be the pronunciation, may be some difficult. Then in the history of the Malabar or Malayali culture, which has started from the ancient period, which they connected, they're strongly connected with the entire region of Arabia and Africa to the Europe. Then this is the exact location of our Malayali region that we call the Arabian coast or Malabar coast. It was a hub of all trade routes especially before the 16th century. Then in my research also, I call this center was as a part of global system of trade network, which connected the entire region from the Calicut was a center, the Kollam was a center, and a lot of other small ports which has existed here, which is connected to the Aden and Cairo and to the Alexandria and Venice. It was a long distance trade routes which was popularly connected in this region. I'm exclusively discussing about the local ports, which was a hub. We know very well. It was the Aden was a hub of that trade linkage, which is connected to the Calicut and Kochi and other small ports from the Muscat and from the Aden through the Mansoon, which how South India become cosmopolitan trade center in the medieval period. Different local ports which could connect the people of Malabar and opposite side of Coromandel with the various trading partners coming from a long distance. The political ambience of the region also helped to sustain this global network. Later this trade collaboration switched over new tradition of multicultural as well as multi-religious character, whereas trade dominated faith. That new cultural identity which has emerged through this linkage. Early medieval South Indian ports, that means this region, South Indian ports, especially had maintained the good trade relationship with Arabia, East Africa, Persia, China, and Mediterranean region. The ports in the central Malabar, especially this is the exact map of Kerala or Malabar, which was in the western coast, and opposite side is the Western Ghats. The almost all trade happened in between this region. Then the major ports in Malabar was Kodungalur and Pallipuram, Vaipu, Kochi, Chalyam. These names may be familiar or not, but I would like to share this information. Calicut in colloquial, in Malayalam, it's Kozhikode. In Parappanangadi, Tirurangadi, that lot of places. It's Kollam and Karunagapalli. It's these all sports are the major center of trade. Then I have mentioned here, these all are the region, the Prince states, they were managing all area, especially the Kollam. It was an old commercial hub in Malabar coast, which was mentioned in Geniza report. Especially Deshanad had important commercial contact with foreign countries. There was an early period before the 14th century. In Kollam was a famous emporium of East, it acted as an entry port of all kinds of products, including nuts and colored cotton and spanwood, pearls, coral, a lot of spices also managed from here. Especially, we have to identify from this region, from Western Ghats, they have collected the spices and raw materials and commodities collected from the inner land of Malabar and market was in the coastal region. That means there was a strong connectivity between this Western Ghats, Western Ghats and Western coast. Now, that means very frequent small rivers and a different kind of transport was possible through this trade between Malabar coast and China received. That means it was connected. It was connected through the eastern region, especially on the one hand, it was a segmentation of Indian Ocean trade into the distinct trade circuit. In this economically more efficient pattern, ports which were located crossing different trade circuits like Kollam and benefited from the result of both transshipment. That was another drive was China's economic development under the Song dynasty. That means from the East Asian region and West Asian region and European region, this all region connected to the very small area of tip of the that was the cosmopolitan center. That walked from the Marco Polo, it has reported the Kollam, many merchants from South China make great profit by what they import and what they export. 50 years later, especially Ibn Battuta mentioned Kollam as one of the finest ports in Malabar, and most frequent travelers from China and other areas of Arabs especially. Then these the history of Malabar. The another port I would like to mention here is Kodungalur. Kollam is here, the southern tip of this Malabar, and Kodungalur is here. This is the Kodungalur. Then Kodungalur was the center of all religious traders, especially Jewish, Christian, and Muslim. The origin of Indian Muslims was from the Kodungalur area. You know very well the Musri's port. Musri's was it's happened. The trade relationship of Musri's. It's nearby Kodungalur. We can call Pattanam. Then that new excavation is also going on with Oxford University. Then that Musri's ports also located in Kodungalur, which connected with Romans and other early traders and then the periplus of Erythraean Sea and other local Tamil Sangam literature also mention about this Musri's. That Musri's later it's collapsed. Now there is no Musri's. There is no port. It's totally vanished. There is no, now it's Kodungalur is not a port. But it was a busiest port. The Jewish community, especially the black and white Jews, that means the local Jewish people, and it's a foreign Jewish people. They done their business in Musri's. That means Kodungalur. They have and at present also there is a synagogue, and we can identify the first mosque of India and Hindu cultural identity. Also, we can that is also familiar in Kodungalur. The Kodungalur especially the 9th centuries. And from the 9th centuries, this Muslim settlement was strong. Before the 9th centuries, Jewish settlement was strong. And before that, the Christian settlement was strong. Then after the entrance of Portuguese, and after, especially after 1341, there was a strong, there was a flood which happened in Kodungalur, especially the Muslims area. What happened after that? The Jewish traders, and through the political reason and through the climate reason, they shifted their center from Kodungalur to Kochi. Then the business, the political was also a reason. Then they have managed these all ports that I have mentioned, and then especially the Mangalapuram, it's Manjuru, and another one, it's nearby Karnataka, in the top of the region, in the top of the southern part of Karnataka, that is another state. These all regions are connected with different traders. Then it's a Calicut was a center, the very significant center of this region. Kozhikode in Malayalam, most of the Chinese travelers, and in Ibn Battuta also described about, and a lot of other connectivity also happen from the Calicut, especially the Chaliam is situated the immediate south of Kozhikode or Calicut, on island formed by Bapur and Kadalundi river. It was an important of Muslim trade. Then Barbosa described about the Chaliam was dominated by native Muslims. It is said the rise of Calicut city to richness of commercial vibrancy was not because of any natural resources. The hinterland did not have enough supplies to support by port cities. Then another one I would like to show that this is the old picture of Ponani nearby Calicut. Then Calicut was a natural port where the Portuguese and European power and Arabs and other almost all foreign traders reached in Calicut. That is very familiar. This is the connectivity of Calicut to the hinterland. Especially this is a connection of inland trading through these pedaling boats and rowboats. These are connected in the early period. Then actually this was the market which was situated in Ponani. This is the present Ponani. It was a small river which is connected, but there is no market. Why it happened? Especially the business it's not going on here. Especially the Calicut, Cairo, and Alexandria, the Venice route, which was the busiest route in this area, especially from Calicut. We can identify that, especially Musaris or this mentioned. This is the busiest. It's just a graphic representation of the busiest trading market, which was not in the sea. It was situated in the river or inner area of river or sea. That means all market was connected through the through these small rivers. But what happened? These ports, this majority of the all ports, now it's vanished. There's no ports actually. The reason behind these all connectivity, which was it was a hub of through the monsoon trade, but from the hub of trade, Calicut and Kodungalur and Kochi and Kollam, these all supplies and markets and commodity flow which has happened into the hinterland. Then after that, the problems which happen through the climate change, which especially the international trade network connected these all local trade routes, majority of the natural ports through the frequent business. This business process becomes successful, that which linked the market and commodity to the inland region through the lake and rivers, especially by the pedaling boats that we have mentioned, due to the frequent flood that we have mentioned here. But in 1341, it was the river, the entire river route has shifted. The Periyar from the Kodungalur, all routes to the hinterland, it was took place. The route was through the Periyar. Now there is no route. The Periyar was redirected through the flood in the great flood which happened in 1341. And the frequent the market become collapsed and route become collapsed. The connection between Western Coast and Western Ghats commodity exchange become blocked. Then as a result, the climate is continuously changing through this this phenomena. The spices produced by the unique environmental peculiarities, which demanded the globe for pepper, cinnamon, and other all spices, the highly demanded by from the entire globe. What happened in the agriculture sector? There was a local custom and culture which was related to agriculture and season. And but what happened after that? This commodity and production of these spices was not possible through the normal agricultural process or farming process. Then all festivals, all kind of rituals, it was related to this seasonal. Then here I have given the picture. That was a part of festival of after the in the paddy field after the farming. Then what happened after this climate drastic change? The harvesting festival is now, it is going, the festivals are going on, but there is no harvesting and there is no farming. And sometimes it's totally collapsed in agriculture sector. In the coastal region also, the nature of the coastal region also changed. The nature of the coastal region, that means this is the Vizhinjam port in the southern tip of the the Kerala or Malabar. It was a natural port. We can identify the statue, and here is the masjid, and all community, especially the trading communities, they are living together. They were busy with business, but what happened at present, the present situation, this is the new the structure of plan of new port which is started the construction. It will definitely affect the entire system of the existing natural ports. Then another one that we can identify, the frequent cyclonic movement increased. As a conclusion, I would like to share you the frequent cyclonic movement increased to 52% in the Arabian Sea in the recent era. And as a result, the area witnessed drastic climate change in the form of flood. At present, there is no old ports which is not surviving. Vizhinjam in the southern tip of Kerala was one of the natural port, which is also an extraordinary connectivity which had before. But new Vizhinjam port building, the projects will result to the all collapse of this natural the business or existing. The surviving of coastal people may be vulnerable in coming days, and all merchants, the cities and port cities were not existing at present. Then there is no all trade routes, which is connected from Cairo to Malabar. It is not existing. It is not existing means it is there is no hub. there is no routes to hinterland. There is no inland markets, and there is no routes there. There is no indigenous people surviving the coastal region through this iconic shift, which is totally vanished from this region. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.